What's going on, guys? Spencer here for another video. Just quickly want to say, you can't tell right now, but I am back in Seattle. I flew back from Connecticut to Seattle, and I am going to fly back to Boston now in 2 weeks to run another 3K at the BU Last Chance meet. I will update you guys if I end up doing the mile there or end up doing a different meet, so that's the plan right now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all the positive words on that first race. Super great one to get out of the way. It was incredible winning a race. And you know, obviously it wasn't a crazy time, it wasn't a crazy field or anything like that, but winning a race gives so much confidence, and I'm so happy about where we're at. And I think that it's the start of like a first good season in 3 years. But that's not what this video is going to be about today. I kind of want to just switch it up and do something different. I've got a big workout coming up on Friday, so I'll film that. But in the meantime, I kind of want to take things back a notch and talk to you guys a little bit about my recruitment story way back in the day, about 6-7 years ago now, of how I got recruited and ended up going to Georgetown University. Let's just hop into it. My junior year of high school, when I started looking at schools. Hopefully this video will help you guys know how to get recruited for colleges as well. Just try to listen to what I say. Junior year, around indoor season track, I had PRs of 4:19 in the mile, I think 9:30 in the 2 mile, and 2:28 in the 1000, and maybe 1:57 in the 800. So some pretty solid times across the board in the middle of junior year. I didn't want to go to a school way far out west like Stanford or Oregon or Colorado. They were big names, but I just was a little afraid to go that far from home. I'm from Connecticut, so that spring, my dad and I toured the following schools. We went on like a East Coast tour of NC State, UNC, Duke, and Wake Forest. Those 4 schools. We just took unofficial visits and talked to each of the coaches there. We set up meetings with the coaches. So I did that, and you know, I liked all the schools. I really liked the Duke coach for whatever reason. I liked the NC State coach. There wasn't a coach I didn't like. I really thought that UNC's campus was gorgeous, and Wake Forest campus was absolutely stunning as well. But I didn't really get that feeling like these schools are where I want to be at. And then after we viewed those 4 schools, I ended up running my outdoor track season, and I ended up running 4:11 in the mile and 1:54 in the 800. So at the end of junior year, I was really in a good situation to be getting recruited by top tier schools. So that summer, I ended up visiting Michigan, Indiana, and Notre Dame. So we sort of went the Midwest route. We wanted to see like the East Coast route, and then we wanted to see the Midwest route. My dad went to Michigan, so he was really pushing that on me. He really wanted me to go there as well. And yeah, I liked every school I visited, but I never got that feeling like, oh, this is the one. And I think that maybe I got that feeling of just sort of like, I don't know if I want to go to these schools or not, because I wasn't taking official visits yet at the time. During the summer going into my senior year at the same time, the assistant coach, Brandon Bonzi of Georgetown University, reached out and said, hey, we saw you ran 4:11. We'd love to take you on an official visit. And then I decided that Michigan was the other school that I wanted to take an official visit to. I took my first official visit to Michigan, and I really liked it. Kevin Sullivan, it was his first year being the coach, and you know, he's a great middle distance coach, so I thought I would really fit in well in that program. I definitely was like, you know, I like this place a lot, but I could see myself going somewhere else. And I don't know, maybe it was because I've just lived on the East Coast my whole life, and the vibe of the Midwest was a little bit different than what I had been used to. So I had a good time on my Michigan visit, but definitely kept an open mind after that. And then about 2 weeks later in the fall, I visited Georgetown University, and I absolutely loved it. And it's funny because, as I said earlier, I had only visited Duke, UNC, Wake Forest, and NC State when I did that initial East Coast tour. I didn't visit Georgetown at the time. I didn't even really know what Georgetown was. Georgetown had 4 guys under 4 minutes in the mile, so that was such a big selling point to me. And the guys on the team were just super chill. I didn't do anything crazy on my official visit at Georgetown. We just kind of hung out with the team. I think I went to a game with the guys. We got some food somewhere. We just had a fun time, and I felt like I fit in well with that program. So then came the hard decision making of, do I want to go to Michigan or do I want to go to Georgetown? And you know, eventually I just said, you know what, Michigan, it was your experience, Dad, not mine. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna go to Georgetown instead, just because it felt like more home to me. I really liked Bonzi a lot. So yeah, I ended up committing to Georgetown at the end of October of my senior year in high school, and it was just such a nice thing to be done with. I was super pumped about going to Georgetown, and the rest is history. I had a great experience there. If you want a more in-depth view of how my Georgetown experience was, watch the Sub 4 story or just watch any of my old college videos. They'll really give you a good perception of, you know, how it was there. So that's my personal college recruiting story. Recruiting has changed a lot in the last couple of years. One thing that I didn't do enough of was reaching out to coaches. I wish that there was some sort of site or something that I would have signed up for at the time to help recruit me. You know, I still had to reach out to some coaches myself to even get a look. So what I'm basically kind of trying to say is that I should have done a better job of reaching out to colleges, because your best chance of going to a school that you want to is seeing a lot of schools. I saw about 8 or 9 schools and decided Georgetown was definitely the one I liked the most. So what's really cool is in the last few years, there's this website called Streamline Athletes that you can sign up for free. And it's like the easiest recruiting website possible. I wish I had a website like Streamline Athletes to use when I was back in high school. This website has over 1,700 universities that you can look into, and whether you're looking at the NCAA or other programs, they have that for you. Whether it's D1, D2, D3, Streamline Athletes has the resources you need to make correct recruiting decisions. And the best part about this all is it's free. I'm not trying to promote something that costs any money. You literally can sign up for free. I'll leave a link down below. If you sign up right now and make a list of the schools that you are interested in contacting, Streamline Athletes will help set up emails for you to those schools, to those coaches, and that's the most important part of recruiting. You need to get in contact with these coaches, and these coaches are on Streamline Athletes, and Streamline Athletes will find these coaches for you and do all of the work for you. So I'm just telling you guys, if I had Streamline Athletes, it would have made my college recruiting a lot easier. And you know, if you don't have the fastest PRs, but you have a good story to tell, getting on Streamline Athletes and getting these coaches' contact information is huge for you. Because at the end of the day, you have to be able to talk to these coaches, and it's hard to get their information at times. Get Streamline Athletes if you're interested in getting recruited in a very easy way. And like I keep saying, this is free. I'm not trying to peddle you guys some BS product. This is just, you know, a website that I firmly believe in, and I know some of the people that work there. If you go on their website, a lot of the people that work for Streamline are professional runners or people high up in the running world. Sign up for Streamline Athletes. I'm gonna leave a link down below for you guys to do that. And comment down below if you have any questions about recruiting yourself. Yeah, and with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Yeah, that's just my best advice on recruitment stuff. And I really hope that this helps in some ways. So with that, guys, we'll see you soon.